God has had his hand entirely on this process.
Yeah.
It really has been awesome. And there's not a single thing that I have done that God hasn't been a part of. Everything from small purchases to big purchases to working with people to working with the previous owner. What we are getting at through coffee is community. From now on, we are going to start taking names at Monks. It was 2 months of us going back and forth with the bank, me trying to get enough information to be able to purchase Monks. So that took a long time, but I guess it worked out.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Brand Builders Podcast. Today we are interviewing Wyatt, the new owner and operator of Monk's Coffee. We hope you enjoy.
Well, sweet, dude. Just go ahead and tell us who Wyatt is, man.
Yeah. My name is Wyatt Crum. I am a husband and the owner of Monk's Coffee Shop. That's very new. I graduated from ACU this last May with a bachelor's in psychology, not business. So very different. There's been a lot of different cool pieces that I've got to use from psychology and getting to work with people and employees, but not at all business. I lived in a small town in New Mexico. We talked about that a little bit earlier. For most of my life.
Did you graduate from?
Graduated from Hobbs, yeah.
Okay.
So then ACU was really my only option. My parents went to ACU. My aunts and uncles went to
The
ACU.
legacy.
The legacy. I mean, it's like you got to go to ACU at this point. So just ended up going to ACU. Met my wife there. We talked about that a little bit too. Graduated.
And what year did you graduate?
I graduated in 25. Yeah. This last May.
So you just graduated.
I just graduated.
Dude, that is crazy. So you went to school, graduated, boom, walked into a business.
Yes,
Wow.
With the previous owner, we were actually talking about the purchase before I was graduating, and when I would walk away, I would be purchasing that.
I have so many questions, and I'm excited about all this to talk about today. But like, what? So psych major. Okay, I work in I used to work before I stay home with my daughter, in that kind of area and field. What made that kind of like? What made you pursue coffee and like the business? You know?
Yeah,
Cool.
I really was just looking for a job where I could interact with people.
Yeah,
people are my thing, overall. And I thought, oh, maybe I'll get into bartending, and that was just not where I needed to be for multiple reasons. And the next best thing was being a barista. I had a friend who worked at Monk's at the time. So I just reached out to him and said, hey, are you guys hiring? Went through the hiring process, and immediately I worked there for I think 3 months, and I just absolutely fell in love with the place, fell in love with the staff. The customers that would come in, it was really awesome to get to know them by name.
I was about to say, do you see like regulars like every day?
Yeah, there are people that I see every day and get a small little life update from them, like even just as small as how was work yesterday, or how's your day going today? What does this weekend look like for you? And it feels a little more than just like filler conversation. It's like, I actually know a little bit about you, and I know your name, awesome. And I get to know past what your drink order is.
So you were a barista for how long?
I was a barista for a little over a year.
Okay.
So not
at Monk's, or
at Monk's.
Like, okay,
just at Monk's.
Had you ever done that before?
I had never done that before. No, never worked in coffee before. I actually, funny enough, did not like coffee before working at Monk's. Now
smell,
it is like
everything, like
the smell was great. It just honestly, the taste, what I was used to was my grandpa's cup of Folgers.
Oh, dude, yeah,
every
that's
morning,
not coffee,
and that's hardly coffee.
See, there's two types of people. There's people that make fun of us that like fancy drinks, and then there's people that make fun of them who like Folgers.
Yes.
So I mean, you just got to pick a side, I guess.
That really, honestly, that was my only introduction to coffee at all. Was
bro,
that
I cannot drink that
stuff. Red giant tub that he throws in every morning.
Black coffee.
Yes, just
glorious.
Straight.
Okay, do you have like the funniest story as a barista? Do you have like a memory or something? Anybody ever throw a drink at you, or?
I haven't had. Thankfully, I've
Good,
not had that experience.
The secret life of a barista, you know?
Yeah.
Monks is a great environment. I don't really
It
feel like
is.
it gives the vibe to be angry at anybody.
No, I mean I had one lady who she was thinking some other customers were laughing at her and they were laughing at something different, and then she walks up to me and it's like, those people are laughing at me, but they don't get it. Okay, the FBI is building a secret weapon,
Oh, yeah.
and they are
Oh.
like, they are ready to come in and they're gonna take over. And I was
You were
like,
just like,
I'm like-
please, you need some coffee and some.
I was like, I'm
Other
so
things.
sorry. I don't think they're laughing at you. Like, I
Immediately, your
believe
psych
you.
degree is.
I believe that you believe that. I think is what I said to that, and I
So
was
glad
like, they're
you have
not
a
laughing at
foundation.
you. Like, just ignore them. It's fine. And the rest of the night was fine. I think she realized, she put in her headphones and.
FBI.
Did
But-
she seem like okay? Or was there a little bit of
There's probably a little bit of something
shrooms
there.
going on or
Yeah,
something?
it's probably something like that. Just a little bit of instability, but it's okay.
It's good.
She was great. She was fantastic. Super nice. She wished us all well as she left. So
Wonderful.
that I
Good luck
think
with the
that's
FBI.
really- oh, I do have a good story actually. So, one of my best friends we were on shift during our Thursday open mic night. We used to do Thursday open mic night. Now it's just Friday events. But this guy comes in, he walks up and he's like, I want that blackberry lime scone, but I want you to put sausage in it.
Oh.
And I was like, what are you talking about? What do you mean sausage? And
it's like a sweeter scone too.
Yeah, it
like,
is.
That's disgusting.
it is. And I was like, sir,
I want you to put sausage
Yeah,
in
and he
it.
was being very forceful about this. And I was like, sir, I'm sorry, like, we don't have any, this is what we have here. He's like, okay, cool. Okay, so I
Okay,
want
cool.
this one, but put some sausage in it. Like, I mean, he was very
Wow.
persistent. So anyways, I finally am able to fully convince him that we don't have anything. I give him
Oh.
like a cheddar and chive scone, I think. And he
More of a savory vibe.
more of savory. I'm like, okay, yeah, I
Sausage.
think that's what he wants, right? So he's watching people on the open mic stage. They're doing karaoke or something, and he walks up and he looks at my friend and I says, give me a coffee and I will show you something you've never seen before. And so my friend and I are immediately like,
don't give him a coffee.
no, we
No,
Or
do
y'all
it.
were-
Okay,
we were
deal.
in for this.
Oh,
We're
okay.
like, he's like, I'm gonna get on that stage and show you something you've never seen before. So we make him up. I don't even remember what we made him. I think we gave him like a green tea latte, like super sweet. It tastes like Lucky Charms. It's delicious, by the way. He loves it. Gets up on stage. It's like, play a beat right now.
Play a beat.
play a
Like,
beat.
Just
Just
throw it
anything.
down.
Yeah,
Throw a beat up.
yeah.
Like you're beatboxing or like
No,
you, like on the
I've got
tracks.
something on the
Oh, okay.
on my phone. I'm playing some like, YouTube made beat.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what do you want? Like, what do you look for? Just put something on.
Okay.
Just put, like, he's being straight to the point. And he gets up there and just raps. He goes,
About sausage and a scone or
well, actually, he asks us, he says, can I cuss? And we say no. And then his first line is F Abilene, Texas.
Oh, you never seen that before.
I've never seen that before. And it was a great moment.
it was a great moment.
It was really funny overall. And he was walking away. He's like, "What'd you think of that?" I was like, "I did say that's not something we've seen before." So it's like, you can come back just without the cussing next time. That would be great.
Yeah, this is a family friendly environment.
Yes. Yeah.
Like we got people studying for
Oh my
exams
gosh.
and
Yeah.
like
Okay,
lawyers over here.
so you went to school for psychology.
Mhm.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So what was your original plan?
I really honestly thought that I was going to go into school psychology. That's what my
Mm.
wife's mom does.
like counseling, like school counseling.
doing school counseling, getting to diagnose within the schools, or getting to help provide curriculum to students who need that help.
Yep.
Um,
Which is an amazing career.
I
Incredible.
have got to see so many amazing, awesome things through my wife's mom, my mother-in-law,
Mhm.
in the way that she gets to work with children and help them out in the school
Mhm.
system. That's something that I really wish I had.
Mhm.
And so I wanted to be that for kids. and I got in, was doing a early grad program where I could take undergrad and grad at the same time. So
ACU is great about that.
ACU is awesome about that. Really,
I went to school for education, and
Yeah.
ACU had that bridge program where you could get.
Yeah.
I was like, dang.
It's
Okay. Hardin Simmons
really
is
is
great
great.
too. But
Hardin Simmons is also really, really awesome.
Yeah.
I actually ran the campus like a couple weeks ago, and it kind of blew me away how like connected, like
oh yeah,
inner circle Hardin Simmons is.
Yeah.
Versus like I feel like ACU is very.
Yeah. You ran the camp like you
I
went
was
on
running.
a run.
Yes, went on a run.
Okay.
Yeah. I did not run the campus. I was running around campus.
Like, dang, this guy does
It's like,
everything,
I'm
bro.
the new press.
Yeah.
Okay, so you originally went to school for that.
Yes.
And then this kind of just happened, or how did the Monks deal go about?
I actually just had decided. I took about 15 hours of grad classes and just realized it wasn't for me. I have never liked school. So of course I go
Grad
to college.
school's a beast.
It is. I go to college and I pick a degree that requires more schooling. That was very smart of me. So I quit grad school. I decided I'm going to look for something else. Really, either I was going to go into ministry or teaching. Those were really the two options that I was looking for. And then just kind of stumbled upon the Monks deal.
So you're working there, and you're like, yo, like, what's the future of Monks?
Yeah. So it was actually a while. It was even before I quit grad school. I walked up to the previous owner and just half jokingly said, "Hey, if you're ever looking to sell, please reach out to me. I don't care if that's 10 years in the future. If you're done with this, let me know. I would love to come back to Abilene." My goal was always to leave and come back to Abilene. I think it does that to you anyways.
Yeah.
Let me know. I would love to purchase. And I didn't know at the time. She let me know after the purchase that week that I told her that I would love to purchase was the first week that she had decided in her head, and even to her husband out loud, I need to start finding somebody to sell to. That I'm ready to step out and do something different.
Yeah.
I don't know what that looks like. I just need to start looking into options. And so really honestly just a God thing overall of me being able to approach her at that specific time and feel kind of that question in her head of what does that even look like?
Yeah. There's no denying that was totally
the
Lord.
Absolutely.
Through the whole thing.
And honestly, like, the more and more, I love looking back at the whole situation because every step of the way, God has had his hand entirely on this process.
Yeah.
It really has been awesome. And there's not a single thing that I have done that God hasn't been a part of. Everything from small purchases to big purchases to working with people to working with the previous owner. Every single bit has been God,
and that's
100%.
a two-way street. That's you being obedient as well. I mean, like, God, if I'm supposed to do this, like, you do you. And I mean, you got to work hard too as a business owner. We talk about that all the time. I mean, God gave Darren the dream of doing this, and then it was like, okay, and all the steps aligned, and we were like, okay, I think we're supposed to do this.
Right.
And like the times where we felt like, man, are we supposed to be doing this? It was like it just kept going.
Yeah.
And so props to that. That's
yeah,
awesome.
absolutely. So what did that like transfer of ownership, what does that process look like?
Yeah.
For something like that?
So really, the first steps were us just having a conversation. She had heard that I was about to sign a lease in Austin to go live there with my wife. And she said, we need to have a conversation before you leave. Cool. Great. Let's do that. I thought it was going to be another conversation about what does management look like for you? Like, could you stay here and be a manager? And she approached me and just said, hey, I'm kind of done. Are you serious about buying? Like, you mentioned that several times. Are you actually serious about that? So I prayed a lot about it.
Yeah, it's a huge undertaking.
Huge deal. Something that I've never even looked into before, obviously, with being a bachelor's in psychology. Got lots of outside perspectives. My uncle has his CPA. I had a professor who owns a personal finance company here in Abilene. Talked to several people about, hey, here's what numbers look like. Here's kind of what I'm being approached with. Is this something to go with? And I was praying, God, if there is a way, if you do not want this to happen, please shut the door and like slam the door, really.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I need to know that this is not for me. And it really, the whole process just felt like God continued to open doors. So I finally say yes to the whole process. It really was a back and forth between her and I, just trying to figure out, okay, how are we narrowing out what does the sell point look like? What assets am I taking over? How can I acquire that as a college student? You know, my income before was just being a barista. That was it. Going back and forth with the bank, going to SBDC several times to figure out what I needed to do. Lots and lots of communication with different people at that time. I mean, I was meeting with someone every single day for the span of a month.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out, is this good for me? Am I going to know what to do? Like, even if I can do this, am I going to be able to swim in this business?
Yeah.
So really, honestly, just lots of communication with people.
That's awesome.
So that took about a month.
Happen. I would say overall the whole process took probably about 3 months in total. And it was, I would say, a month of me like really trying to figure out, hash out.
I bet that felt like a week to you.
It did. I was also juggling. I'm about to get married. I'm about to graduate. I've got to figure out how to get all my ducks in a row before I can do this. So there was a lot going on. Really, it was 2 months of us going back and forth with the bank, me trying to get enough information to be able to purchase Monks. So that took a long time. But I guess it worked out.
Yeah.
So,
okay. So then when was it a done deal?
It was done on July 21st.
So you took ownership July 21st.
We signed, yes, July 21st.
That's awesome.
It was like done and signed. We, got contracts from our lawyers. They had looked over it and made sure everything was okay. Both of us, we're not going to be hurting in any tax. We wouldn't, that wouldn't come back on us in any way. So kind of hashed that out, and then July 21st was the date of sale.
Awesome.
We sat down in Monks, and it's funny. We got a DocuSign from my attorney, and I was just expecting just to do that. And I got there, and she's like, I printed out copies for both of us. Like, I need the
paper.
I need the paper. I want to physically sign this.
Yeah.
I'm a little more old school, and I was like, that's great. Whatever works for you. Like, I'm just ready to get this done. At this point, I had been her assistant manager for that time period, about 3 months. Overall.
That's kind of cool, like to phase you in and like see operations and like all that. That's awesome.
It was very helpful. I got to see the steps of what her week looked like, and so I could kind of base that off of what my week looks like. I know that I'm on top of things because I'm kind of just following a template that she gave. It was very, very helpful. I am very thankful for that time period of transition, of her just getting to sit down and say, hey, here's some big things that are super unexpected overall, like different things you have to buy and pay for and people you have to talk to. It really was overall super, super helpful.
Well,
to my
and that
experience.
speaks volumes on her because, some people when they want to sell and get out, it's like, peace out, good luck.
Yes.
But she like wanted to mentor you, and like that's
absolutely.
So cool.
I'm awesome. Very, very thankful for her being a part of that process because she was ready.
Yeah.
She was ready to go, and for her to stick around for another several months to kind of coach me up for this really did help out a lot.
So July 21st you signed. July 22nd, it's official. What are you doing as the new owner? Yeah. Especially with Monks being such a well-known brand and has such a big footprint in Abilene. What was going through your mind, and what were those next things that you were doing? Hey, really quick, I wanted to let you guys know about a 5-day challenge. It's called 5-Day Build a Video Challenge that we put together exactly for you, because if you're watching this, you're probably an entrepreneur, a business person, or a creator who's looking to monetize. And so if that's you, there's going to be a link in the description. We're going to be going over all of the things that I've learned and took away over the last 4 or 5 years to figure out how to make content work for your business and not against your business. And so for us, this is how we get about 90% of our clients within our business, and it's 10x, sometimes 100x our engagement and views and even leads. Same exact thing goes for all of our clients. And so if you're interested in this, click the link below and apply today. There's only a limited number of spots because it is one-on-one. And so hope to see you in the challenge. Let's get back to the episode.
I mean, really, truthfully, I started planning even before that sale day, and I know that I wanted to keep the base of Monks the same. I think what the previous owner ran on was, sure, we sell coffee, but really honestly what we are getting at through coffee is community. And that's really what I wanted to push and I wanted that to thrive more than anything else. And so really the first thing I did was I sent a text that next day and said, from now on, we're going to start taking names at Monks. And that's because I want you to know them for more than just their drink. When they walk in, it's like, oh, hey, Darren, like, hey, Katie, how's it going? What can I get for you? Or I already know what I'm getting you.
Yeah.
So that was the first big change that I made. And then after that, I had been building kind of an idea in my head of what I wanted to change Monks to. Change nothing of the coffee, change nothing of what it's like to work there.
Like the atmosphere is a little like, it's lighter. Like, I don't know, you've done a lot of great work in there. It's awesome.
Thank
you.
Really cool. That was kind of the big thing. It's just changing the look of what it was. I think it had been what it was for 20 years.
Well, gosh, when we moved here, so Darren and I moved here in 2019. Monks was the only coffee shop.
Wow.
Okay, that was 2019. There was like what? Really?
A couple.
Like, yeah, it was really like, and so in college, that was the place. Like, whether it was open mic night on Thursdays when we didn't have worship practice or whatever, like we were there, and then like we were there until they were like, okay, closing time, like almost every day.
Yeah.
And I remember like the carpet in the wall, like everything about Monks was. Were you there for
Monks. The tiger carpet?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a vibe. An older vibe.
Yes.
But I mean, awesome. So I was like, I'll never forget, like when you reopened or when you took it over, my friends texted me and they're like, we're going to Monks for the first time since the new opening, like kind of nervous because we all have so many memories.
Yeah.
And then I get a text like 10 minutes later and they're like, it's so awesome. Like you've done a great job.
Thank you.
Really cool.
Really, what I was just going for was to give a cleaner aesthetic overall. Like people walk in and they do feel that lighter feeling and not like, yes, I want it to be cozy, but I also know that Monks has been like that for 20 years and in some ways we have to keep up with the times and how things are changing and what people want and the trends, and the walls are white and black now. That may not be how it is in 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
If it's me or somebody else, they may come in, or I may come in and say, this is not working for us anymore.
Okay, is the table with the pegs still there?
It
is.
Circle?
Yeah, that's, people used to leave notes in there.
Yeah.
All the time. I love that.
Yeah, awesome. That's an iconic table.
It's great. It's awesome.
Okay, so what are some of the other things that you've implemented? Because we've talked about the aesthetics and the same thing for working there.
Yeah.
Like the events, you mentioned events earlier. What does that look like now?
Yeah, so we actually have somebody, her name is Vika, who plans the events. Currently we're doing one every other week. So looks like at the beginning of the month, we'll do a karaoke event. This last one, we had an emo night. And it was actually a lot of fun. I did not realize how much of our audience loved the emo scene. It was awesome to show up. I showed up, my in-laws were in town, and so we showed up a little late after dinner. And I walk in, tables are full. Awesome problem to have. And just I think every single person was in all black and like had some eyeliner.
They were all in.
And
so did y'all just play like emo music, or were people like
people were signing up to come and sing their emo music? Oh. I'd say I was there probably about 5-10 minutes, and a guy that I know is signed up. He gets called up and he starts doing some like screamo.
Like he's like, I'll show you something you've never seen before.
Exactly. Yes, it was again something I'd never seen before. It was awesome. Vika has been killing it with events. So
that's so cool.
It's the first of the month we do those karaoke, and then in the later part of the month we do something different. We've done like a paint and sip. We've done a movie night. This month, we're doing just a come and go event on the 31st of October. You can come all day. You can get candy. If you're in a costume, you get a discount on your coffee. So just like small different things just to try and bring in different crowds. Like I think Monks is really good. We've been around for long enough where we have our regulars. We have our people that we're bringing in. We're trying to keep those people around, but also pull in people who are like, oh, what is Monks? Or I'd like to go to this. This is really cool for me. We're trying to expand that horizon of people for sure.
That's awesome. Okay, so you've been the owner now for a few months, and the people who listen to this podcast, majority of them are business owners, and so we like to talk about the highs, the lows. What are some of the hurdles that you've ran into so far on the business side that you didn't think were maybe going to happen or didn't know how to handle? Have you had any of those experiences yet?
Yeah, for sure. The biggest thing is I worked there for a year before I took over, and so I was good friends and coworkers with a lot of the people that I worked with. So that was really different to transition over into I'm your coworker and your friend, and now I'm your boss and your friend.
Yeah.
So it's been a weird little bit of trying to figure out when I put on those different hats, but I just told people I'm going to be very transparent and open with all of you as best as I can. And I will let you know when it's like, I am putting on a different hat right now. And when we need to have a very serious conversation about whatever it is. Like when I bring in we just did one-on-ones, our evaluations. We do those every quarter. And so I was like, this is me. Like I'm putting on my boss hat and telling you, here's things that need to be critiqued. Here's things that you're doing really well. And so that was like, I have to step into a more serious professional mode while also still continuing the relationship that I have with those people.
That's important.
So that honestly that's been the most difficult thing. We kind of had a reworking of positions at Monks when I first took over. We had an assistant manager who was before me. She left to pursue something else. And so I had to then fill that spot. I now actually have two managers. I have a manager and an assistant manager who are very, very, very helpful to me and to Monks overall. They care about this space a lot.
That's awesome.
So that's been super, super helpful. They too are also great friends and coworkers with the staff. And so that was another piece to navigate. But I think overall, I think we've got it down pretty well where it's like, I still want to walk in and I want to be known as like, oh, that's Wyatt. That's my friend. That's the guy that I work on shift with. Not like, oh, that's Wyatt. He's the owner and I got to make sure I'm doing everything right. Like you guys should be doing everything right, whether I'm here or not, like regardless of if I'm standing in front of you. And so that definitely was the hardest piece, I think, for me.
Yeah. So you came into a business that was already established. I'm sure already getting your monthly people. The financial side of things, has there been anything go on there that's been like, oh, maybe I need to rethink. Maybe we need to buy different cups, or maybe we need to cut costs here.
Yeah.
How has that been?
I mean, one of the things that we changed because I think we were getting so much feedback was the food that we have. Something that other coffee shops have that we didn't at the time was you'd come in, you'd get your coffee, but then you could also get a snack of some sort, or I know Front Porch has sandwiches and stuff like that. That's really awesome that they do that. We wanted to kind of step up our game in that area, and so now we have hand pies. We have the chorizo potato, the sausage, egg, and cheese, apple, and cinnamon, as well as we have gluten-free options now, which was really great for a lot of our people. Questions all the time. Gluten-free, gluten-free. When are you getting gluten-free? It's like, that is coming. Don't worry. So Katie Pie's
I was about to say,
fantastic.
She's awesome.
She is fantastic to work with. So easy.
She's so sweet. Every event I see her at, which now she has a restaurant, we go up there weekly, pretty much.
Yes.
Like, we love to go eat there, and so
it is awesome. Fantastic. Delicious food. Like, I would tell anybody, if you've not been to Katie Pie's, please go and have lunch there, have a sandwich there. The turkey ciabatta, my favorite for sure. Katie Pie's is awesome. We kind of stepped up our game there.
Well, and that eliminates you needing a kitchen. And
yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. So we had talked a little bit about what does it look like for us to make our own stuff. We don't have anybody on staff, at least that I'm aware of, that can
the master chef.
Yes, and make those, and to the capacity at which we need them at. Katie makes us specifically. We have those kolaches now, and she only makes those. So
you do have a pastry with the sausage.
Yes, we now do have a pastry with the sausage.
So if you're watching this, man that asked for that, come back.
Come back.
Give him another go.
We have it for you. Awesome. No, I actually didn't think about that. That's really funny. But we stepped up our game there. Monk's overall, like, the finances were there, and I think what I'll say is God has continued to provide.
Yeah.
Monk's is doing really well, and it's been fantastic to see. Even after the changes, I think there were a little bit of like, there's one person that came in and just about, grabbed my heart and crushed it. They said, wow, I haven't been in Monk's in several months. The changes are really jarring. And I was like, no, that's not at all what I want to hear. Like, I understand.
Jarring. I haven't heard that word in a
so
while.
Dramatic,
jarring.
But I get it. Like, low key, like, I had this, like, just being fully transparent. I was like, Monk's, like, I don't want it to change because of those, like, core memories. But I'm for real. When I walked in there, I was like, it's still the same, like.
Well, people are creatures of habit.
Yes.
They don't like change, and it's gonna be okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
I love the new merch. Bomb. I love it all. The mug with like the two monks jamming.
Yes.
I almost got it the other day.
Yeah, 12 months down the road, nobody's gonna think about it anymore. They're just gonna be like, okay, this is Monks.
So, okay, that's a good like kind of topic to go into, I guess. So when they like posted, like I guess y'all posted that, the transition was gonna happen, like all that feedback, were you starting to like get in your head at all?
I honestly, I really didn't get into my head until like after we kind of reopened up, and a lot of people, I actually was able to talk to a guy who has brought in his daughters for a long time into Monks. Like, I remember I was here with them and they were on the tiger carpet, and it's just like, it's so hard to see change. I was like, I get that. Like, I'm sorry. Like, ultimately, I'm trying to provide a space that is as welcoming and as clean as possible. And so I had to get rid of some things. Like, there was a couch that people loved.
It had been there for a minute.
I never sat on that couch.
I actually, funny story. I had somebody tell me, he said, man, why did you have to get rid of that couch? I loved that couch.
You could
I would have never sat on that couch. Don't get me wrong. But why did you have to get rid of it? And I was like, what did you want me to do with it?
Yeah, I'm like, have you ever walked to the restroom? It is jam-packed, man. Like, there's no room for a couch.
It's like, you would never sit on that couch, but you wanted me to keep it. Like, great. So just little small things. And I remember coming home and telling my wife, I was like, I hope I didn't mess things up.
No.
Like, we were missing art on the walls. We're now working with HSU students to get some art on the wall with different local artists. We're working with David Wayne. He's going to have a really awesome piece up early December on our wall. It's going to be like a 14-foot piece. I'm so stoked about it.
On the with the bench?
Yeah, where the bench is.
That's going to be awesome. I love the bench, by the way.
Thank you. I built that bench. It is not comfortable at all. And I'm okay to admit
short,
that.
So my legs were just like kind of just chilling for a second. But that's me in any chair.
And the thing was, it was me and my friend who is also 6'2" who built that. And so we sat down on it and we're like,
this is perfect.
This is awesome. Like, this is the most comfortable bench I've ever sat on before. And I actually have a picture on my phone of people doing anything not to sit on the bench. So there's like somebody sitting in a chair in front of the bench, somebody sitting with the chair like next to the bench. And I was
we
like,
just need some cushions on it or something.
I think I need to cut it down and put some cushions on it. I have not gotten to that yet.
Hey,
but
at least you're attempting woodwork. Darren, his experience in woodwork, let's just say he's got many giftings, and I don't think woodworking is not one of them. And so one day he calls me and he's like, I'm at Lowe's and I'm getting materials. I'm going to build a dog shed. And I was like,
nice.
A dog shed. And I'm not even kidding y'all. I come home and it's like sideways. It's got like rough. Nails.
It didn't last very long.
It had awesome. Shingles from our roof that fell off during a hailstorm on the dog shed.
Reuse, repurpose.
Yeah, you're very
recycle. You
whatever.
Know.
So
start
props to building your bench.
I haven't tried anything else since. So I've been seeing a lot more of y'all on social media.
I love
Before,
so good.
There really wasn't any social media.
Yeah.
So was that on you, or who made that call of like, oh, hey, we're gonna start actually being active?
I really wanted to be active on social media. I had approached the previous owner before even selling. Was like, hey, can I help do this?
Yeah.
I really think
it's such a game changer.
It
nowadays.
Does. Yeah. It really is. And I tried telling her that, and I think she's a little more old school than I am.
Yeah.
And so her thought was that Instagram, Facebook, none of that matters.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, it's not the case anymore because people are always on social media.
Well, you think of all the people moving here now.
Yeah.
Like, Monks is a legacy and it's been here forever. And like word of mouth, like if you're downtown, it's just like, we're going to go chill and go grab a drink. But like all the people coming in are traveling.
Yeah.
They don't know about Monks. And there's like 15 other coffee shops that pull up now.
Right.
And so, presence matters. And y'all have done a great job on that.
It absolutely does. Honestly, all credit goes to my wife. She graduated with her degree in advertising and public relations. And so she is like, that is her thing.
You're like,
that is
what?
Her jam. Like, it works out so well. So she's got a whole content calendar for us.
That's
and
so
when she's
cool.
going to post stuff. I'm like, great, just do what you need to do. I do
You're
not
like,
have
I don't want to do that.
I do not have that brain of posting content like that. And I think she's done a great job. We have gained lots of followers since updating. And I think it does get enough interaction.
Yeah. So how is that? Like, so Darren and I'm not like involved in Howdy like every day, but just like when you own a business, like your spouse is right there with you.
Yeah.
And so y'all said y'all just got married. So how has this whole transition been for you guys?
Yeah.
Because it was rough at the beginning for us. We were like work-life balance, like we're trying to be together and home and like build this marriage, but we're also trying to start a business and time goes into that. And so it sounds like y'all collaborate a lot together. But how's that been?
It honestly has been great. She motivates me in so many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, like, she does a lot for me. Mm-hmm. And there are a lot of things that I could not do without her. Mm-hmm. That being how she helps me mentally, spiritually, physically, on social media, things like that. She's super, super encouraging, has been super patient with the whole process. Because, I mean, starting out, it was like, I was there a lot, and it was the only thing that I can think about. And even now, conversations sometimes drift to...
We talk about that all the time.
Monks, like
business.
It's business.
Yep.
And so
I get it.
It's right now, it's my livelihood. So that's what things go to. So she was very, very patient with that process.
Yeah.
Now
awesome.
I've been able to separate myself. It's like, okay, when I go home, I am now at home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't always do a perfect job at that, but
nobody does.
Anybody who owns a business struggles with that.
Yeah.
We know people that have been in business 40 years and they're like, dude, I can never have it figured out. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you can't strive for it, but that whole, like, I want to speak on that because we talk a lot on the podcast about highs and lows and all of that. And maybe you're single, maybe you're in this, like, alone and you're building your business, but, like, if you are a spouse to somebody that started a business, like, I think you hit the hammer on the nail, like, whether it's, like, praying for your spouse and, like, or just being there to encourage them, like, I may not have all the answers to how you're going to operate and run your business, or I may not have the answers on any of this production stuff, but I can support you and encourage you by just, like, how I speak to you or, you know, like that. And so you matter a lot more than you think you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and the balance of finding like what we were talking about, like when you go home, you go home.
Mm-hmm.
That has taken me. It took me probably because I started this like from nothing, so like zero. Like on my first year, we made negative $6,000,
Wow.
and so like
Woohoo!
I was just on this whole journey in pursuit. I would work for like 12 hours straight, just trying to think of how to
learn,
make it run.
Yeah.
And so like this is what I'm thinking about all day from when I wake up until I go to sleep. And it was honestly, I mean, it wasn't good for anybody.
We both really, so our first year of marriage was like really rocky. And we're like really transparent about it because I feel like people, you know, are like, you're married, congrats, like hallelujah. And it's amazing and marriage is great. But I started my career, we got engaged in August. I started teaching in August.
Wow.
And then Darren was starting to build his business. So he was full-time in that.
Yeah.
I was worn out teaching. And then like we would try to come together in the evening and we would both be so drained. It was like, I have nothing else to pour into your cup today. Yeah. And so we just went like for a year like that. And then, but in that time, like you were diving and studying and learning. And I didn't understand it because I didn't care about any of this at the time.
Yeah, it's just
I had
hobby.
no idea how much of it, you know, that you loved and were passionate about. And so it was like, why are you working all the time? And now you get to see the fruit of that. But it does take hard work in seasons. It comes and goes, you know?
Yeah.
You'll see yourself there more and home more. And
yeah. So,
great.
So as like a young business owner,
yeah.
What are you, 21?
22.
22. So
that's so cool.
I know for me, because I'm 24, have you ran into any moments of where people don't take you seriously because of your age? Because I think that's like a real thing, especially because I have a lot of young business owner friends, and there's been a lot of times where that stuff has come up. So have you experienced that at all yet?
You know, I think there's been small things of, I can tell people are a little hesitant about me, about my style. Like you see me anywhere, I'm usually wearing shorts or jorts currently, the cold weather, and you know I have a full leg sleeve, and so it's like
awesome.
That's I think a little intimidating as it is. I am not intimidating at all, but I think it just goes to like my style, and so people are a little hesitant about that in the beginning. I haven't had an experience specifically quite yet. I'm sure we'll run into it at some point, but
Darren can probably relate to you in the sense of talk about your real estate and what you would wear for real estate.
So I did real estate for a while I was in college. Are you talking about whenever I would
everybody
dress up
was like dressing up in like heels and like selling these houses and like all that, and Darren was like in his Converse and like jeans and like his shirt had a rip in it, and I was like, are you sure? I was even being like, are you sure you want to? And he's like, this is just my vibe. Like when people work with Darren, this is who I am. Like I'm not this like foo-foo like. And
I also could not afford anything else. I was in college.
Or like Goodwill living.
I was like, this is what I have in my closet. This is what I'm wearing. So I wore beat up Converse. And, but that was something cool. And I don't know, real estate just wasn't my thing. I found this and I really enjoyed it. So I went all in on this instead.
Yeah.
But I still like to do that. So I drive a 2011 Prius.
That's awesome.
And it's zip tied together.
The bumper's zip tied. Like
we're missing the spoiler, but we have one. Yeah. But we haven't put it on. But it's hanging off.
So like I'll pull up to a shoot, pull out a camera that costs more than my car.
Yeah.
And people are just like confused and shocked and amazed all at the same time.
And they're like, wait, why are we working? Or like, who is this guy? What quality work are we about to get? And then they're always like, dude.
Anyways, I kind of like doing that on purpose.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There have been times where I have talked to potential clients and then they get on a call or they meet me in person. And they're like, oh, like you're like a baby to them because they're in 40s, 50s. They're like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing or talking about. Anyways,
we're always learning. But yeah, I feel like sometimes there is that like, I don't know if you want to call it stigma or whatever.
So looking forward with Monks, what are like the next, where do you see it in 5 years?
Yeah. Really, honestly, big dream goals would be second location for Monks. I don't know what that looks like yet because I think Monks, being here in downtown, so central to Abilene, it's so special. It's such a special place overall. I would love to have something like that. If not, that's great. Really, ultimately, I'll say that my goal is for the Monks community to be thriving, to be expanded even further than what it is now, and people know Monks as that place that I can walk into and walk out feeling just a little bit better. That's the goal. Yeah, sure. Hopefully we can give you a good cup of coffee. We can give you the same tasting coffee that you had 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. It has been, if not better, like since we moved here. Like I'll get the same drink pretty much every time.
That's great.
It used to be the honey lavender latte, and it every single time I was like, it was gonna be good, and yeah, it's just always good. So
we try to be consistent. I appreciate that. Not a whole lot's gonna change on the coffee end. I mean, we're gonna get our beans from the same place. We're gonna get our syrups, and we're gonna do the amounts the same way that we've been doing.
Where do you get the beans?
We actually get them from Avoca.
Okay.
They're a Fort Worth based company. They've been great to us.
That's
awesome.
So
our beans, I think, are fantastic. I've tried a lot of other beans in espresso, and for whatever reason, I just gravitate to our bean more.
You mean you don't want to use Folgers? Come on.
Man, I actually haven't tried that. So maybe I put that in the machine and just see how it goes.
Oh my gosh.
Please don't.
So it's a big thing for coffee companies to make their own beans, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about even attempting roasting your own beans, or
yes, and yes. It would be a dream to roast our own beans. The logistics that go into roasting your own beans is very, very, very crazy. We would have to have an entire separate location. From what I understand and what I've been told, bean roasting has to be practically its own entity. In order for it to profit well for a business, Monks would have to buy beans from Monks in order for the roasting to work well, and you have to have a special building and special permits. There are places that do it really well. Where I'm hesitant is there are also places who roast their own beans that are not that great, and that's just maybe the equipment that they have or the person who's roasting. Whoever's roasting those beans has to really, really know what they're doing. They have to be very well rounded in coffee and know what good coffee tastes like and know how to do it well. And so I'm in some ways hesitant, but I know overall having Monk's beans would be fantastic.
It'd be cool, but I totally understand all of that. That's crazy.
That's like a whole other level of like commitment.
It is a whole nother.
And whenever you already get beans that are so good, it's like
it also it is that it's hard to change. I mean, we've had the same beans for 20 years. Yeah. And so if we were to all of a sudden introduce this new bean and maybe it's not as good or it doesn't taste the same and people don't like it as much, it's like, well, we've just, ruined a brand that has been built up for a long time. Oh, so that's really hard too.
I don't even know if this falls under the category of delegation. We talk about that a lot, about like people that work so hard to get good at what they do and just learning to let that go and just like, it's working well. Like, do it. Like, if that person's really great at creating this, let them do it. Like, if this brand has devoted their whole life to making a dadgum good coffee bean, like, let them do it. Yeah. But then there's the other part of me that's like, I want to learn how to do it.
It'd be fun as like a hobby.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Expensive hobby.
Yeah. So, whenever you order beans, like, how does that go? Do you order sacks?
Yeah, so they come in 2-pound bags.
Okay.
And
how many
not
pounds?
Not the cool burlap sacks?
Not anymore. They used to, and now they don't. We actually, while cleaning out Monks, I found a giant tub filled with the burlap sacks, just to keep.
Are they like archived?
I kept one of them. I didn't feel like we needed 40 of them. It's like, I don't even really know what we would use this for.
Sack races, Fall Fest. No, I'm just kidding.
So how many pounds do y'all have to order every month?
I would say, a month.
Put you on the spot.
I would say we order over 400 pounds of beans. Yeah. We order about 50 bags every week. and that's 100. So we about 400 pounds of coffee every week, and that's just our espresso. That doesn't include our drip coffee, our cold brew. With all of that, it's probably about 600 pounds of coffee a month. So
do y'all order different beans for the drip and everything, or?
We have a couple that are from Avoca that we do on drip, but also Casa Brazil and Little City. They're basically the same company. They're in Austin, so they are sister companies, and that's mainly where we get our drip from.
Yeah.
Casa Brazil Dark, Violet Crown. We have a new one, Congress Avenue. It's great. All those are Casa Brazil or Little City.
Heck yeah, bro. Any other questions you have for the Monk's owner? If you haven't tried Monk's,
I just got a good idea, but I'm not. It's too good to share on the podcast. So.
Yeah, save that.
Coffee.
If you haven't tried Monk's and you're in Abilene, go try it out.
Where can they find you?
We are at 233 Cypress Street in downtown Abilene. You can find us also at Monk's Coffee Shop on Instagram, on Facebook. Those are the only 2 platforms we're on right now. You can also go to our website at monkscoffeeshop.com. We just rebranded that, got a new look on the website. We can do catering through there. You can meet our baristas. You can see a little bit about the business and what we do through our website. So go check us out there.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate your time. Hope you gained something valuable today by watching, and we'll see you in the next one.